The minimum wage. The minimum wage started in America in 1912. Massachusetts was the first state to implement a minimum wage. And the reason behind it was to set a minimum standard of income for workers for hours worth of work on the job. And its purpose was to stabilize the household of workers to the degree that was possible back then so that they could afford the necessities of life. In 1938, the federal government instituted a federal minimum wage. And they set that minimum wage at 25 cents an hour, just a quarter an hour. But back then, the economy and the workforce in America was way different than it is today. Back then, the workforce in America included children under the age of 16, and it wasn't uncommon for them to work 60 hours a week on a job. So it was a different ball game back then. But before the federal minimum wage, employers were paying workers pennies an hour for work, and that included hard work. So fast forward to 2021, the federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, and it's been at that rate since 2009. Now, in 2021, the inflationary cycle that we see today started. Okay, so if you go back to 2021 and you count each month of inflation increase, which would be between 3 and 5% each month, then you take that rate of increase and you calculate it based on your hourly rate of pay. So in Michigan, the minimum wage is $10 an hour. So assuming that the pay rate was, or the inflation rate was 3% starting in October 2021, then that means that I calculate 3% of $10 because that's how much I get paid an hour. And 3% of $10 is 30 cents. So that means that each month since October of 2021, assuming a rate of 3% or greater, then that means that my paycheck has to increase by that same amount, which would be 30 cents in my case, each month to keep up with the rate of inflation. So hourly workers, this is just some information for you to give you a working idea of what the inflation rate, how it corresponds to your hourly rate of pay and your income and what you're able to spend in the economy. Okay? Peace.